Hey Pop Post fans, I'm Whitney Moore and this is Sandbox, the show where we talk about awesome games and the people who make them from a girl's perspective. Today I'll be talking about all things Uncharted 4 as well as interviewing the creator of an awesome new indie game called Cathy, so stay tuned. If you're into games with breathtakingly cinematic action scenes, ancient treasure hunting, and some kind of fantasy twist, you probably already know about Naughty Dog's Uncharted series. It's one of my favorite game series of all time, and I'm so pumped that the long-awaited Uncharted 4 comes out this week on May 10th. If you're new to this series, it stars adventurer and twin-souled Indiana Jones Nathan Drake, who, with the aid of a few companions, travels to distant lands and uncovers ancient history, all while smushing bad guys, collecting treasure, and fending off some sort of mystical creature. However, the latest Uncharted will boast a few super awesome changes. First of all, let's take a look at the graphics. Now, I recently replayed all of the Uncharted games in anticipation of this release, and the graphics on those games still are gorgeous and hold up. Way to go, Naughty Dog. But look at this gameplay!
Oh, no! Man, Rafe really wants us out of the picture. Gee, you think?
We're also getting an upgrade to that sweet, sweet multiplayer mode in Uncharted 4. I am personally so excited to play as Chloe or as Elena, and best of all, Naughty Dog isn't going to charge for all the future maps and modes. All you have to do is unlock bonuses by playing the game. Big ups to Naughty Dog for leveling the playing field for those of us that don't have unlimited income for DLC. Maybe for Uncharted 4 they should release a DLC that tells us exactly what Nathan Drake eats all the time to get so much energy. Seriously, that dude can climb a lot. Now, you probably already knew all that stuff about one of the biggest PlayStation exclusive games out there, but did you know that there's also some amazing stuff coming out lately on the independent scene? And because I'm such a sucker for female protagonists and awesome storytelling, let me tell you about Cathy. Cathy from new independent studio Clifftop Games is about a young journalism major who is thrust into a life as a fledgling detective when she decides to hit the road on her trusty motorcycle and find out for herself why her grandfather died under such mysterious circumstances. One thing I love about this game so far is the art. Pixel art has become super popular for people both enamored with gaming relics of the past and people who are into super stylized, non-mainstream art direction of games. In my case, I fall into both categories. I had a chance to play the demo, and I am so excited that it's out now on Steam. And as a special treat, Staaf Hästö, the founder of the one-man studio Clifftop Games and creator of Cathy, is going to Skype me all the way from Stockholm, Sweden about the creation of the game. All right, well, let's get right into it. Congratulations on your game release. Cathy looks awesome.
Thank you, thank you. Have you checked it out yet?
Yes, I played the demo and I love it. I'm so excited to play it this week. It's going to be so cool. The art is one of my favorite things I've seen in a game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what inspired you to create Cathy with a female lead as opposed to a male lead?
Well, I've always been inspired by strong female protagonists in fiction, like Veronica Mars, Buffy, Ellen Ripley, and I always wanted to do my own take on the strong female heroine, basically.
That's awesome. Do you see, when you see people playing this game, do you anticipate a more female fan base, or do you think that it should hold up for male gamers as well?
I think it will definitely be a predominantly a female demographic, definitely. We noticed that at PAX Prime and PAX East that 3 out of 4 players were women. So I think that will be quite apparent in the sales for the game as well, yeah.
That's awesome, and I'm so excited to hear that because we need more games for girls.
Of course you do, definitely.
So what influences inspired you when you were looking at art boards for the game? Is there any influences that you drew from?
In the art department?
Yes.
Well, definitely, I would say the works of Dave Gilbert and Why Did I Games. They do also this sort of retro adventure games with a sort of low-res pixel art. And those have been really inspirational to me, I would say. But of course, also the old adventure game classics look very similar.
Totally, that pixel art, it's such a beautiful throwback, but it feels modern at the same time. Good job on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Last question, who is Cathy and how did you come up with her name?
Oh, her name. That's sort of a long story, but Cathy herself, of course, she's inspired by other strong female protagonists in fiction, first and foremost. But I wanted to create a strong female character who also has flaws and she's vulnerable in some ways. And I wanted to create a complex character, basically. It's easy to create just a strong character, but you also want to be able to relate to her and empathize with her. And so that's something I tried to do from the beginning, and I think that's something that people are picking up on. That's resonating with the players right now.
That's awesome. I think as a girl, we can definitely say that a strong female character doesn't necessarily have to be an ass kicker. She doesn't need to. She can be vulnerable and still be strong at the same time. So good job. Do you have any good stories, good or bad, around releasing a new game with a female lead character? And do you think that it's affected or will affect your sales in any way? Can you speak on that?
Well, I think people are definitely looking for more strong female characters in games. So I think that will work in our favor, definitely. But we'll see how it goes,
Yeah, totally. It's pretty early to tell.
Yeah, of course it is. But of course, it's my first game in sort of a creative role. I've shipped games before, but I was a mere code monkey. So I worked as a programmer in a few different companies before this. So of course it's my baby. I've been working on this since 2011, so it's been a while now, and it was a really special feeling to do that.
Do you want to see more indie games highlighted on the show, or do you love discussing the major titles like Uncharted? Let me know in the comments. I'm Whitney Moore, and thanks for watching Sandbox. And don't forget to sign up for our Pop Post newsletter featuring our Sandbox behind the scenes.